When looking at the DC universe, there's tons of powerful characters. It's been long debated which one of these characters are the most powerful. There's of course Superman, the Man of Steel whose greatest power is holding back.
Me? I've got a different problem. I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment.
Make a solid argument for Dr. Ivo's robot, Amazo, who single-handedly embarrassed the Justice League on several occasions.
Why have you come back? What do you want?
Why do you ask questions you already know the answer to?
Luthor.
Teach me.
Light him up!
The one character that reigns over them all, in my mind, is Freakazoid. Who is Freakazoid? Well, give me a minute and I'll tell you. Geesh, Mr. Impatience. Freakazoid is a cartoon that came out in the 1990s from WB Studios, from the minds of Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. That's right, the same Bruce Timm and Paul Dini behind the Batman animated series. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. One could argue that Freakazoid isn't technically a DC show, and that's true. It's produced by the people that brought us Animaniacs. But Batman and Superman are both part of WB and in the Animaniacs universe.
And if you look to your left, you'll see the soundstage where they filmed Batman versus Superman.
In several episodes of Freakazoid, DC characters like Superman and the Green Lantern are also mentioned. So it's pretty clear that they exist in the same universe together.
Kryptonite. Feeling weak, my friend? Oh, so weak. That's Superman's weakness, not mine. How about this? Does the yellow hurt your eyes, my friend? Getting weak. Oh, so very weak. That's the Green Lantern. Oh, shoot.
Since it's from Bruce Timm, I consider Freakazoid part of the DC animated universe. You can also notice very similar character designs in both shows due to them having the same artist. If you made a Venn diagram, Bruce and Paul would be in the middle, DC and Freakazoid on the opposite sides, and around that would be WB Studios. Now that I made the argument for Freakazoid being part of the DC universe, and if you're still listening, I nailed it. We should probably talk about what makes Freakazoid so powerful. Let's start out with his powers. When looking at the official Freakopedia, his powers include super intellect. Freakazoid has all the knowledge of the internet, but because of the ever-increasing knowledge gathered there, it leaves him mentally insane. Superhuman strength. Freakazoid has a varying degree of superhuman strength, sometimes only slightly stronger than the normal people, while at other times stronger than Cave Guy. Superhuman speed. Freakazoid can move at light speed. For example, when he once crossed the globe in mere moments to yell at a Tibetan monk for raking too loudly. Cartoon physics. Freakazoid can impact the laws of physics in absurd ways to a level that even rivals that of Yakko and Wacko and Dot. Fourth wall awareness. Freakazoid has the knowledge that he is in a television show, and that the audience is watching him. He relatively often communicates. Does that make sense? He relatively often communicates and interacts with the audience who is watching, or the people animating him. Telekinesis. Freakazoid can, in very rare occasions, cause telekinesis in a state of high anger. He only shows this in episode 2 against Freak. First, we should make it clear that Freakazoid is fully aware that he is in a cartoon. This is what makes him extremely dangerous. Before Deadpool and She-Hulk, Freakazoid was being meta and breaking fourth walls, and actually had a lot of influence on those characters. One of my favorite gags is he goes and talks to the producer of the show, Steven Spielberg.
Sorry to break this to you, Wacko, but if I'm not mistaken, Freakazoid is Steven's favorite show. We got a memo.
I believe you're both mistaken. It is the sophisticated wit and charm of Pinky and the Brain that has captured Steven's heart, as well as making it the breakaway hit of the WB schedule.
Steven likes our show.
Thank you very much.
Find out right now.
Quiet! Now what's this about?
First of all, Steven, thank you very much for taking the time to meet with us. We realize you're very busy.
In the first episode, it is also revealed that he is the narrator of the show, which is beyond meta. Speaking of the first episode, we should probably talk about the way that he takes down his villains. He rarely throws a punch. Instead, he annoys villains to submission, like Cave Guy, who he took down by first singing him a song, which, by the way, was completely improv'd by the voice actor.
Low bridge, everybody down. Low bridge, Cave Guy's underwear is brown, brown, brown. It looks like he's got the cooties, ooty. Goodbye. Stop the singing now. End the singing song. Stop, go. Enough with the song. Stop. Bring it down.
People in the room were actually telling him to stop singing, and he was just making a joke out of it. He has all the power of the internet, which makes him totally insane. He also was granted super strength and super speed. It's unclear if he's a member of the Speed Force. He can transform into a lightning bolt and traverse the planet in a flash, though he does prefer to travel by throwing his hands in the air and pretending to fly. He may also even have better hearing than Superman, like mentioned before, being able to hear that Tibetan monk raking sand all the way from his parents' bathroom continents away. So, what makes me think this raging lunatic could destroy the entire DC universe? Well, I already mentioned it earlier. He's aware that he's in a TV show. This makes him able to do just about anything he wants. On one occasion, he stops the show and gives us a behind-the-scenes look, talking to the voice actors himself. That right there is power. Freakazoid does find himself trapped by quite a few lame villains a lot, but I believe that's mostly out of boredom, than him being overpowered at least. That might be his biggest weakness, is his boredom. If you asked him though, his weakness is ionic charged carbon rods in the form of a cage. Hell, he'll even help you build it. I personally just can't see anyone in the DC universe able to defeat Freakazoid, together or in one-on-one combat. This may be a little bit biased. Freakazoid is my favorite superhero. Closely behind him is Superman. I'm a big fan of superheroes in the DC universe. This is just my opinion in this video. I hope to hear all of your theories down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I'm McBurger. I'm going to be going back to Call of Duty and fragging out. Laters on the Minjay.